Hello YouTube, GreatRJ1 here, and today I'm going to be telling you how to be better at Ki-Adi-Mundi in Heroes vs Villains. So before we get into this video, keep in mind that it's free character week. If you don't know what free character week is a week where pretty much it's a week where you have to play, every character is free and you can play. It does not mean that every character can be played multiple, that there can be two of the same character. That's not what it is, and it's not that everybody's free to play and there's multiple of the same character, because that's also not what it is. Free character week is when every character is free for everybody in the game. Now, just wanted to say that. Now, if somebody's taken it, you can't actually be that character, but still. Today we'll be going over how to be better at Ki-Adi-Mundi in Heroes vs Villains. Now, Ki-Adi-Mundi, first the skins. Those skins really changes the lightsaber to red, so that's not going to be any help, so we'll skip that over that. Now, Ki-Adi-Mundi should never be played on the attackive side. He's one who has to be on the defensive. If you play him attackive, then he's not going to be very effective, meaning you need a lot of stamina if you're actually going to play him. Meaning you cannot run. You can run to catch up to enemies, but other than that, do not waste any stamina. That's the most vital thing you could ever have. Now, since this round went way too quickly for me to do too much, we're going to go over everything you should use, and then we'll go over. So, with the current abilities I have on you, they are Mind Trick, which stops people from using their abilities, and Heavy Strike. Now, I'd recommend Mind Trick or Push, and then Heavy Strike. Remember, none of them change his lightsaber to be, none of them changed them to be red, so don't bother with that. His stamina is much lower than most characters. Most characters have their stamina at 150, his is 130. Damage 25 to 30, which is also a bit of below average. However, he has standard health, so yeah. He's a very nice character to have in your team, but only if you're trying to do a defense with him. If you're not trying to be a defensive character with him, then you're playing him absolutely wrong. He should not be played on being attackive. He should always be played defensively, not attackively. Now, if you're playing this game and it's a new free character week, or it's not even free character week again, then the way you have to unlock him is by with credits. And that's how some of the characters are unlocked, and that's the only way to unlock some of the characters. Most of the characters are over 10,000 and up, if not that's all of them, so on credits. So yeah, anyways, remember that his best abilities would probably be Mind Trick and Victorious Strike or Flip. He's one that you should do a block attack. Much like Obi-Wan, you should always block attack with Obi, which is the best way you can actually play Obi. Now, if somebody is at high... Sorry for that. If anyone is at high health, then you probably do not want to face them without your team. It's vital to have your team with you when you're playing as Ki-Adi-Mundi, because if you don't, you're just asking for a marvellous lose or loss or whatever. So you want to sort of be one that's the defense and then attackive, as his damage is not the best, and if you don't defense enough, like I'm not defensing enough, you're going to be in for a good shot or whatever. Oh, sorry, Padme. But yeah, do make sure that it's very important that you be careful when using him, because use just one wrong step, and yeah, which is why you need a lot more stamina. I found that you need to play him defensively. If you don't, you're just gonna be signing yourself up for to die. He's not one that should be used for attacks, and he's a team character, so if you don't have a team, then you're gonna be saying, then you need to, if you're not playing with your team, play with them. If you're with a team that does not stay together, Ki-Adi-Mundi is just not the best choice. There's better choices than Ki-Adi-Mundi if there's not a team playing team, which won't always happen. So do keep that in mind. But one of his most powerful abilities would have to be his Mind Trick. Mind Trick stops anybody from using their abilities for a short amount of time, and it really is a short amount of time. It's so short that it only does it for like 2 or 3 seconds, which is very short, but that can sometimes just mean the situation between life or death in this game, which is why it's always recommended to have one. And if you don't really like using Mind Trick, or you prefer some other ability, then I recommend trying to use his Force Push if you have it on. Now, if you don't want to do any extra damage, like with a Victorious Strike, I totally understand that. Just keep in mind that you're not going to always be able to win as Ki-Adi-Mundi, and it's very important to have a lot of stamina as him, because if you don't, then let's just say that you might be signing yourself up for one death. Gotta get this flag quick. There we go. Just make sure that if you are playing as Ki-Adi-Mundi and there's no team players, then yeah, you're gonna die. Just keep that in mind. So if your team's not a team, keep in mind that you likely will not win. So just keep that in mind. You likely won't win. So yeah. He's more of a size character than a frontlines character, and should not be used he should not be used like Vader, or he should not be used like Vader, as he's just not Vader and he's very fragile. I have not gone over Vader, but I'm planning to do him in a 3 or 4 more episodes time. So, but if you're facing off somebody who just spawns, just run until you partner up with your team again. But just keep in mind that you do not want to overuse Mind Trick. You always want to try and have it at your ready, and if you've got your enemy to low health and you feel like they're going to use an ability, or if you're worried that they will use an ability, then use Mind Trick. Don't try and use it too early, and don't try and use it too late, because each one could mean that you could die. Now, the characters that his Mind Trick ability will be most effective with characters are going to be the Grand Inquisitor, because if he has a fly ability, that's going to be very vital to him. Another one will be Jango Fett, who relies on his fire or poison darts, or whatever ability you have for him, and his jetpack. Pretty much any character that can fly, any character that has an ability that's very powerful. And remember, never face a character by yourself. Ki-Adi-Mundi is just not a character that you need to face off against somebody. So on your own, he's just not going to win it, at least from my experience. So just don't use it. Overall, I think he's a good character if he's used in the right situations, but wrong, I can't really put him up there. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Next will be the Grand Inquisitor, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.